going on with y'all, man? Hey, this is number 6. How to maintain a free mind in a controlled society. This game of life is essentially a school, essentially a passing through, a graduation here in this earth realm. So I offer y'all to study. I offer y'all to tap into a lot of information, a lot of perspective, a lot of spiritual insight, ancient knowledge, and mythologies to bring that information that has been here for years and years and years, live it and walk it and download it into your DNA and stop being affected by things and people of this outside world. Again, maintain a free mind in a controlled society. With everyone being controlled, with everyone being manipulated and under some sort of hypnosis, with a very few percentage of people actually having 33rd degree knowledge and awareness, it helps to climb the ladder. It helps to climb the ladder for one, again, knowing and understanding the psychological effect that people are having on you and that people are having on each other, which in turn makes them label you and deal with you a certain type of way. Now, if your mental fortitude, if your mental strength, if your self-confidence and self-esteem is just not at a level, you will allow people to tell you who and what you are. You will allow other people's words to affect you, from someone that you work with, from a family member, from a significant other. This is why time in versus time out is going to grant you the reality of power. Power in all forms. Don't look at power as a negative thing, because with great power comes great responsibility. But just ask yourself right now, in your current state, would you rather be more powerful or less powerful? Because every single decision that you make from here on out for the rest of your life will be deposited into a frequency of more power, more strength, more will, more capability, more potential to create and be and guide and lead and be the person that you want to be, versus the inactive you, because karma, aka cause and effect, is accrued through inaction and action. So your stagnation, your hesitation, your level of being still and letting the world pass and just thinking that your success and your dreams, and it may not even be that big and deep, but just your physical reality, your body, your thoughts, your social life, thinking that that is just going to fall out of the sky or someone else is going to help guide you to that point or get you there, is fool's gold, is folly. So your inaction will deposit into the stock of laziness, ineptitude, slothfulness, potentially being out of shape and unhealthy, and of course, powerlessness. You will be viewed as a weak person in this world. Now, social Darwinism is a man-made concept. It's a man-made concept, but real nonetheless, because our physical world, this culture, this economy, this society has been manipulated and formed into a way where the most powerful, dominant, big, strong, and loud, and intelligent, but more so intellect, is what wins in this capitalist culture. But holistic intelligence inevitably raises one on the spiritual plane, and whoever in any given situation has the more spiritual prowess is going to come out on top. I will let that sit with y'all. The rigid skepticism that a lot of people possess to new information, to new energies, to new people, is something to observe and be aware of in all people, because a rigidly skeptical person is going to have a defense and a shadow that is very hard to even maneuver around to touch their heart. It's been so shielded, so layered with armor to protect their vulnerability, to protect the core of who and what they really are. Of course, when they are alone and when they socialize and when they're, talking to you as an individual. Everyone changes depending on the person that they're interacting with, the physical of that person, the energy, the voice. That person's individual A, his or her perception of this type of physical structure, this type of voice, this type of clothes, this type of A, B, and C. There's a preordained, that's not the word I'm looking for, but it is a preordained belief system or a preordained perspective that you have toward this type of person. But again, don't judge a book by its cover. I started this video telling y'all how I microdosed LSD in the last video, and just that day as I was tapping into what I tap into, it was such a intense feeling of control, even more so than the normal control that I possess. Now, 3 tabs of acid, that's a level of spiritual confidence that cannot be disturbed or touched by another. That's, of course, when you've done so much of the physical and mental work to get to the point of unlocking that as a spiritual and physical tool, 3 tabs of acid in your reality. Because if a lot of people put that in their body, adverse effects will be produced, at least in the moment. It'll probably be seen to benefit you in the future. But I'm gonna let y'all in on something. The acronym LSD, the spiritual decoding of that, the synchronistic spiritual decoding of that is Lucifer, Satan, demon. Lucifer, Satan, demon. So tapping into LSD, as I've mentioned to y'all before, it is a drug for your higher chakras. Your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, your crown chakra. It unlocks, it activates, it opens up these portals to an extreme degree for you to sense, for you to feel, for others to sense and feel. Lucifer, Satan, demon, because when tapping into the higher consciousness, the higher part of you, there's an adverse effect that stimulates the lower egoic part of you and sheds all light on what you are objectively. The same way I heard a speaker describing on the Andrew Huberman podcast, can't think of his name, but he was saying how once you ingest the substance, there's more so your body and your energy reacting to the substance and the uncomfortability of it and the fear of it. I think that what he was skating along the lines of saying, of course, the ego is struggling inside of the shell. Everything that is real becomes more real to you. Your thoughts, your mind, your energy, the physical things in this world, you could get immersed in a lamp because it's just that real. Shout out Thomas Edison. Was he the one that invented light? I think so. Even as I said that, because we're so programmed by whatever pseudo history or just things that we've heard, as I said it, the image of Albert Einstein came to my mind, but I know he didn't invent the light bulb, but Thomas Edison did, because I always think about editing something. But I could be vastly wrong on this, and if I am, forgive me, Thomas Edison. Thank you for whatever you contributed to humanity. Lucifer, Satan, demon. The adverse effect from tapping in and unlocking and having an extreme awareness of your higher chakra energy, sheds light on your shadow, sheds light on your ego, sheds light on what you are as a person, or at least what you think you are. And that confrontation is very uncomfortable for a lot of people because it's immediately pulled up to the litmus test of objective truth, of objective higher chakra spiritual unity that we all are on this planet, that all physical things are on this planet. It's here, it's there, it's subjective. What you are in your mind is subjective, but how you're perceived by the outside world, more so the dominating common denominator opinion that those in your circle of influence, those that know you personally, and those that see you on social media, because this was a download I had about 2 days ago. But the social media world and our physical reality, us as people in this life that we're living, really is people born after like 1975, but post 2010, our social media personalities and life and the potential of what we can do and who we can reach, what we can create, what we can affect on this planet is inextricably tied in with social media, our personal selves and social media. Because it's such a way of communication, it's sped up the ways that we do everything on this planet, the way that we see each other, share things, the way that information is spread, how fast you know what's going on over here versus over here. It's really extreme and vast to understand just over the past 70 years, the advancements in technology and the sameness of the human brain throughout life. Of course, we learn and adapt, and genetically we change, but the brain has not at all evolved at the speed of technology. So that's something to be aware about. Lucifer, Satan, and demon, again, connects you. All of those things, those biblical terms, are just other names for your lower self, for your ego, except Lucifer. There's a different breakdown with that. That's the light bringer, the bearer of light, sheds light to the world, truth, knowledge. Satan, your satanic desires, your egoic desires, your wants and need for self-advancement, to be something, to be seen, to want validation, and your demonic thoughts, your personal, nasty, egoic, conscious, competitive, arrogant thoughts, your demonic energy. Now, demon is also, again, heard from Brother Panic, researched, tried and true, occult, God, genius, master teacher. Demon translated in a lot of ancient texts to genius, translated further to melanin. So the more melanin you have, the more genius you have accessible to you. Now, I try my best to stay in a very middle point frequency when I speak to y'all, because I don't want to cause no separation and division between races. We're all one at the end of the day. Genetic advantages over genetic priority or superiority. Okay, genetic advantages that we all have from our family, from our environment, from our DNA, simply from the shell that we're in this life. Because I was a white man in my past life. Y'all can find it if y'all cared enough to figure out who that white man was. But I was doing work in my past life, and the work has only continued into this one. Another CTRL update for y'all that's tapping in with me. I fuck with y'all so heavy. Comment number 7 if you've gotten this far in the video. But boom. Fuck, what was I about to say? Yes. Boom. These videos that y'all are seeing right now, these how to maintain a free mind in a controlled society series. Yes, I am gonna tell y'all about more about the Lucifer, Satan, demon correspondence that happens off LSD. But before that, I want to let y'all know a lot of this information I will be presenting to y'all on a notepad presentation slideshow, not notepad, but a whiteboard in the near future. But for now, I'm riding the fuck out of this wave of freeing your mind and maintaining a free mind in a controlled society with this video format, doing it just like this. And I hope that y'all is rocking with me because I'm rocking with y'all. Boom. This part of you that is low, that is dark, that is negative, that is egoic, shines through. Now, if it stands up to the litmus test of truth and objectivity and balanced chakras, at least within your subjective reality as a person, because a lot of people are proud demons. A lot of people can take LSD, be confronted with who and what they are objectively, and shine and rise through. Others, it could be a process of inner turmoil, inner confusion. Now, where does inner turmoil and confusion come from? Fear and ignorance. What you ignore in this reality, what you ignore is truth, what you ignore is signs, the intuition that you're ignoring, the spiritual gifts that you're ignoring, all of the information and things you could be tapped into on your cell phone that you're ignoring feeds your fear and leads to your confusion. Must understand. Fear holds you back in so many ways on this planet. Fear holds you back from experiencing and expressing self. Fear holds you back from experiencing life. It holds you back from experiencing self because what you are genetically, how deeply powerful you are as an individual, your potential, what you can be, the fear of this outside world, the fear of this controlled society has you in the box of what you can do, of what you can produce, of what you can be. Afraid of how you'll be perceived by others, perceived by those that know you personally, perceived to be attached and associated with a certain ideology or belief system. Again, I offer y'all to believe nothing but the affirmations and positive words and alchemical processes going on in your subconscious mind that you choose to believe. But belief is backed by faith. So you have to have faith in something. You have to have faith in the outside world. You have to have faith in humans. You have to have faith in people. I just noticed the goddamn ring light ain't even on. This ring light, that ring light's on. I'm gonna turn the ring light on. Have faith. Have faith in self. Have faith in your mind. Have faith in your beliefs. Faith in the outside world is futile. It's not built on steady ground. So boom, don't believe in the outside world. Don't believe in these religions and institutions that they tell you are going to work. It's all here for you to fall under a following mentality, a following, worshiping, praising, subdued, dog-like mentality. Okay? Last video, I told y'all that y'all need is absolute goddamn necessity to make a 10 commandments, personal 10 commandments, that you do your best every day to hit, live, and reach this standard of being, this way of walking and being throughout life. Okay? Now, stand on this standard and reaching it and constantly reminding yourself of your personal frequency, of your personal commandments. Man, if it was a top 5 CTRL tricks that I could give y'all, that is truly one of them. Because it puts you so deep on the standard of self, on the standard of your reality. Again, love is the law. Do without will under the law. So, aligning with what you want personally for yourself, what you will not do, what you will accept into your life will prevent you from being pulled and programmed by the outside world and other people and what they want you to be doing for them, for their benefit. Another thing for y'all to realize psychologically, energetically, is that most people on this planet, they want you to be a way to make them more comfortable. Not for you to be happy, but to make them more comfortable, to make them, to appease their ego, to ease the cognitive dissonance going on within their mind from ignoring the inner work, from ignoring the inevitable work that has to be done, the spiritual and mental and emotional siphoning through of who you are as a person and why you do what you do and why you think how you think. Damn, I had a point. What the fuck was I saying? Yes. People want you to be a way to make them more comfortable. So for those of y'all that are free-spirited and live from your heart and pursue power and pursue control of yourself, inner monarchy. We don't seek to control nobody else. Fuck what the next man or woman is doing. Boom. For those of y'all that seek that, you must understand that those that do not want to accept you and potentially life for what life is will have a hard time accepting you just being a free, non-conforming person in this world. Because of the rigidness in people's mind, because of the programming, because most people are simply made and programmed in the image of their master. And their master is the person that feels he has the authority to psychologically dominate and physically dominate. So a lot of people subconsciously are always trying to dominate and control you from whatever way they can, even if they're only telling you as a specific individual to do this or be this way because they need that from people or from you, really is what they're saying, because they're trying to control you. They're trying to control you in an already controlled society. But you need to control yourself and free your mind and control what you see and control what you do and control the time that you spend indulging in things that you know have an adverse effect on your mind and your imagination. Your imagination is everything. Your creative vision versus your imagined fear. Two aspects of the third eye. The things that you are imagining that are not real, the false evidence appearing real, holding you back, keeping you stagnant, making you hesitate, making you doubt yourself, is all an illusion in the mind. It's all a figment of your imagination. Created by this culture, the societal standards that you are afraid to go over and afraid that you are not meeting and afraid that if you don't meet, you'll fall off the social ladder. This is the occult when I'm speaking. The occult, the over culture, the overstanding of this culture, the overstanding of others. Again, to understand is to get it deeply into your subconscious mind. To overstand is to see it and rise above it, from my perspective. So overstand the things of this world, the people of this world, the energies, the frequencies. Boom. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait for that because that's slightly important. Again, I'm gonna have a big ass whiteboard one day, possibly even slideshow presentations. I believe it's all gonna happen. Maybe even in-person lectures and speaking and motherfucking whatever else. But all of this information will be concise and brought down into presentation form to really show y'all the historical impact of things, the factual evidence of things, to further help you maintain a free mind and a controlled society and align on your particular frequency, whether it's that frequency of a mate, you want a relationship, you want love, you want that type of energy and thing in your life, or you want to be a solo individual dominating your personal game, being a controller in life, being a player in life, not a watcher or a wanderer or a wanderer, being a player, being on the court. Personally, I've never been nothing but a player in life, in the game of life. I've always been hands-on with what I wanted to do, with what I wanted to create. I've never been a wanderer. Obviously, I think a lot, and my mind goes a lot of places, but to just wonder what it would be like to do or try something or go here or say this or attempt this or talk to this person, that level of hesitation, I can't relate with too much. Never fully been a wanderer, never just went along with what other people were doing, never just been led around. One of my favorite Lil Wayne lines, I'll be blind before I be the man that's standing around just looking. A lot of people just want to be around, just want to be in the mix, just want to be social. It is a phase in our consciousness and ego that we are inevitably faced with and that we have to go through as Gen Zers, as Gen Xers, as Gen Alpha, because of this culture, because of the society that is mixed in, because you're seeing a fictitious 2D reality on your phone, and then you're potentially having to meet and align with certain individuals to play your game that you're playing, your dance game, your poetry game, your photography game, your fitness game, whatever ego game that you're playing on this planet. Now, again, like I said, when merging, I think I said this in How to Maintain a Free Mind in a Controlled Society, Part 2. All of this interacting and mixing in of egos, personas, people, energies, spirits, past experiences and traumas of people, when the vibration is high, the heart chakras are open and unlocked and flowing. Throat chakra is open and active, and it's a free, magical dispense of conversation and energy. But when the polarity flips and negative energy invokes in a certain setting of people, all of the tense, awkward energies and confrontational looks and egoic resonating things that you sense off of people can all be avoided by divesting in humanity, divesting in your belief and hope into other people that they will change or be a certain type of way. And ultimately, once you align on the particular frequency of occultism, natural law, balanced and aligned chakras, you will mind your words and mind the inevitable doors and effects that will come, or effects that will be brought forth from saying certain things to people, from responding in a certain way, from continuing a conversation with a certain type of individual, because then you deposit into the energetic relationship and you can benefit from another as always, but they will at the same time be looking to use you if you can be used, if you're useful. You know, I don't mind using me. I don't mind you using me, just don't abuse me. A lot of people are abusers because they've been abused. They've been abused and traumatized by their parents, by their family, by society, by the authority figures, by the government, by the fucking job system, using you as a person, as an entity, as a free being on this planet. And sorry to those that have had to go through those experiences, the traumatic things on this planet. I'm blessed and grateful to say that my childhood and my upbringing was not tainted and fucking suffering induced from other people, from older people in my life that could have potentially harmed me because they were smarter and stronger. Now, again, that is what the dark occultists, your government, your authorities do to you because they hold and obtain certain information that you do not, and they have certain really just weapons and technology that you do not. They're allowed to, or at least grants them more of an ability to control and abuse you. Now, again, stand away from these people, these negative energy people. They only want to gain and benefit off of others. They only want to use others for what they can use them for. They're not really here to spread love, peace, creativity, and production to the level that you may be looking to do it. And that is why the internet and social media and the metaverse is a good thing. It's a lot of positive benefits from it. Interacting and meeting people that are on your frequency. Again, post 2010, the social media world and our physical world inextricably connected and aligned, inextricably tied in, meaning inseparable. So, the trace of what a person has done and presented to the world on social media, you can align at least with their thought process, a modicum of how they think and how they see the world. I would never, invite y'all to generalize and paint people in a black and white mode. But, with enough evidence and objectivity, that can eventually be done. And then you just decide in your mind what this person is. And do they stand up to the litmus test of truth, love, and freedom? Or are they on the side of destruction, death, decay, low vibration, dullness, energy that you don't want to be around, energy that you don't want to interact with and build with? All of the things, y'all, all of the things. All of the things. I kind of want to go a little bit more. I see this is at 40 plus minutes. But that's been a marking point for a lot of my videos. I'm going to look around and see if I can. All right, boom. One last thing we can touch on that I'm going to bring up again. And I might just start the next video off with this talking point. But the idea of fear. Moving through this world with a fearful mind of anything. You got to be ready to fight. You got to be ready to defend yourself. Not defend your fucking stance and how you feel, because that's your ego, and that's drawing you deeper into humanity. But the masculine principle of self-defense, the sacred masculine principle, when someone is coming for your property, coming for your body, you have every right to defend yourself, and you must be ready and prepared for that. Again, the main difference between us in this American culture versus other lands is we have the right to bear arms. We have the right to protect ourselves. We have the right to, and in a lot of states, they are taking these laws away. It's not as easy to get access to a firearm, but you can always protect yourself with melee weapons. So get y'all some melee weapons if you can't, if you don't have access to guns just yet in your life. But the sacred principle of self-defense, the masculine principle of self-defense, sacred masculinity. I ain't even high right now, but my mind is starting to get flooded with my personal life and thoughts, so it's taking me away from the camera. But yes, it lessens your need to move through life without fear. And I know you don't need to move in life with fear, but it's a subconscious need, it's a subconscious want, it's a subconscious yearning for that familiar reality of I'm helpless and I'm a victim. You will always face adversity in the human body. The only escape is death. The only escape is death. And people commit suicide every day, and people are murdered every day. People are sent somewhere, maybe recycled into another human baby. But that is the ultimate end. But to move with fear of things that are not real, of things that are not here, of ideas and concepts in your mind, nah, it ain't it, because it holds you back from your ritual. It holds you back from your alchemy. It holds you back from your transformation. Fear of what they'll say, fear of what she'll do, fear of y'all gotta step aside. Boom, step aside method. Get out of your own head, get out of your own ego. Understand that you know yourself and your experiences the way that you know them, but other people are only seeing you objectively and aligning you with the paradigm or perception that they have of somebody that looks like you, somebody that sounds like you. Again, it helps times fucking 10 to align yourself with the physical standards of quote unquote attractiveness on this planet, because the doors, things, energies, and people that open up to you is immense. You know, I could never deny that. But y'all all had the same 24 hours to alchemize yourself. Your fear, your doubt, your insecurity, your lack of confidence. Trust me, it's harder now than any time on the planet to be strong, secure, and confident within yourself. But you also simultaneously, diametrically opposed, corresponding, have the time and ability with your cell phone to tap into all information to become something greater than you could have ever imagined yourself being. And with that being said, I love y'all. I fucking love y'all. And may you never, ever, ever relax your principles.